Let me show you how Atlantis was destroyed on a physical level. How did it sink into the sea? Who initiated it? At the 3-stage collapse process. Stage 1. Overload collapse of the crystal network. The core energy system of the Atlantean continent was a vast crystal resonance matrix. Its most critical node was the Great Central Crystal. It was a multi-dimensional device that could aggregate cosmic frequencies, control weather, and maintain space-time stability. However, in the late period, some technological elites tried to manipulate life forms and interfere with future outcomes through reverse retuning and timeline-piercing experiments. These experiments triggered frequency echo instability. The crystal matrix began to exhibit over-frequency oscillation. Its energy structure gradually became uncontrollable. When the central crystal was struck by an energy backflow during an experiment, its core split. It released intense electromagnetic disturbance waves. They affected the continent's power, climate, and geomagnetic stability. That day was called the first collapse in their chronology. Energy towers shut down across the network. The sky changed color. Tides became abnormal. Some regions began to subside. Stage 2. Crustal rupture and continental division. Most Atlantean cities floated upon energy anchor points at the edges of stable plates. Through sonic and gravity control systems, they maintained levitation and linkage with the strata. After the crystal collapse, these control systems failed. The tensions between crustal plates, once coordinated by technology, were released in an instant. This triggered consecutive earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and magnetic pole disorder. Poseidon in the south was the first area to sink. Next, the northern Algae and Arian fractured. In the following 7 to 9 days, Atlantis split from one whole continent into many shattered island chains. They finally sank into the seabed one after another. The sinking was not instantaneous. It was violent yet slow. It was a deep period of rupture filled with cries for help and the abandonment of cities. Priests fled. Technologists evaded responsibility. Stage 3. The detonators and the final sealers. After the Great Central Crystal collapsed, a high soul, once member of the Interstellar Council and keeper of the complete laws of creation, initiated the final preservation accord. You may call him Annual. He gathered a group called the choristers. Through voice, prayer, and audio structures, they sealed Atlantis' frequency data into a higher dimensional crystal band. The ritual lasted for 3 full days and nights. At the end, the last chorister used sound to start the Stargate closure protocol. All cities that had not escaped, together with the remaining technological devices, were locked inside a 4th-dimensional time bubble. Physically, they sank into the ocean. Spiritually, they hid in a frequency blind spot. From Earth time, it was a continental sinking. From the soul level, it was an active seal. 2. Who caused the destruction? Rather than one person, it was a group of runaway techno-sorcerers and traitors to the light who refused to return. This group mainly came from the Aryan family alliance. They desired to create a perfect race. By manipulating genes and manufacturing human vessels, they sought total control over the soul structure. They deviated from the will of the cosmos, yet still attempted to commune with gods. Eventually, in a dimensional overlay experiment called the 12 Gates, they detonated a key crystal node. They turned full band collapse into an irreversible chain reaction. But the true destruction came from those souls who chose silence. They could have saved it. They decided let this be the end, because if it did not end, the abuse would never stop. 3. From the sunken sea back to the map in your dreams. The golden palaces under the water that you once dreamed of, the translucent domed houses, the structures that open by sound, none of these are fantasies. They are fragments of memory frequencies. Every frequency you cannot hear now, every language you cannot utter, every dream you cannot describe is actually a clue fragment they left for you. You remember because you were once one of them. Epilogue. Message from the higher self of Atlantis. The sea never swallowed us. We chose to enter the womb of the ocean, to nurture the awakeners of the next age. When you whisper to the night sky, we respond to you. We sank so that you may surface. Excerpt from the Seal of Sound Atlantean Codex. The book you have started to write is The Emergence.